Gets a little crazy, my mind. Crazy, crazy. Gets a little crazy, it gets a little crazy.
Hello everybody and welcome to the first installment of the SnipedCast. I'm your host, John Snipes Novak. And before we get into the first episode and talk about our first guest on the first episode, really quickly wanted to talk about what the podcast is going to be about. It'll be a quick summarization of what all these podcasts are going to be. First things first, I really wanted a weekly upload for the people that like to watch my YouTube and that really enjoy watching me live. So I decided to make my own podcast, and here we'll be talking about everything Fortnite. When we have a guest on, like we do today, we'll be talking about, how we met, what they do, and we got a lot to talk about today in Fortnite because there's a lot that happened in the past week. So it'll be like week by week. The videos will be recorded on Friday, posted on Saturday. No editing. Completely unedited. We'll be talking. If we make mistakes, we make mistakes. It's the beauty of it. There'll be no game audio in the background. There's no shooting, no Fortnite, no nothing. It's just gonna be my voice. The reason for that is because I really enjoy listening to podcasts when I'm driving or when I'm actually playing another game. So without having any outside shooting and harvesting and all that stuff, because it can get distracting even when you're driving. We all like to look down at our phones and see what's going on when we're driving. So the whole point of this podcast is just for that. So without further ado, first installment has begun, and we are going to introduce one of my good friends, somebody that I've met a pretty long time ago through a mutual friend, and we got to watch COD Champs together this past year. EG taking it. We're talking about Nick, TheMuffinTops, Knecht.
Hello, how's it going?
Welcome to the SnipedCast, my man. Thanks for doing this.
It is a pleasure to be in the first installment of the SnipedCast.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Like the intro?
I do.
I can't tell you how many times.
No, dude, that was clean. It was real soothing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it literally took me a lot of times talking to myself at work. my coworkers,
I respect it.
What's wrong with
I
this
respect
guy?
it.
So Nick, really quickly, this is a quick summarization of how we met, and then we'll go from there.
All right, so I met John back in the day. Met him through a couple buddies, our buddy Nate, our buddy Seth. They all played COD together, and then I met John because I just played pubs with them. We played a little bit of Ghost together, not much, and then we didn't really play again till the end of IW. I started playing with Nate and John. Started playing GB's competitive COD. That was fun. We played a little bit of Advanced Warfare together, but didn't really play that much because the game sucked. I mean, World War II, not Advanced Warfare. My bad. Game sucked. Fortnite came out, took it over, and then it was still probably 9 or 10 months into Fortnite till I finally started playing with John again. I met up with Nate and John one day. We played, and from that day on, I played with John at least twice a week for the last God, it was season 3 back then. It's already season 6.
I know, it's crazy.
It's wild.
For a good long while, we were both streaming every single day at 10 o'clock.
I know, we had the grind going.
We did. It was great. The first what was it? The first day of season 4, was it, or 5?
Season 5 when we got the 4 dubs in one day.
Yep.
And it was 3 in a row, and then the 4th came 2 games later. It was a crazy day.
We
a lot of clips produced that day.
The first week we had over 23 wins.
Oh, dude, it was wild. We were on a whole nother level, and especially after that first week, we lost the squad we normally played with because me and John are duos. Clean.
If you guys haven't watched my streams, literally basically every single day except for Thursday now, due to Nick at college, which we'll get into. We're playing duos. We're on the game every single day. It's nuts. It's great. I love it. Nick, tell me a little bit about what you do in the free time.
Well, right now I am at a local community college, getting a 2-year degree in computer science. I'm going to work on a 4-year degree in I don't know what yet. Probably communications. I haven't decided yet. And it's, I play some Fort, go to college, hang out with my girlfriend, and that's the life of me.
See, you did it right. You've been doing college really well so far. Whereas like all your classes are either like bright and early, and then the rest of your day is to yourself, or you have an entire day off, which is today.
Sadly, I don't have that luxury next semester. It's every day. Well, not Fridays, but there are Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go for one class, though, and then Monday and Wednesday I go for two. But I always got Fridays off, so that's nice.
That's nice. It's nice. Hit the fort.
Christmas break coming too, bro. It's gonna be
yeah.
a grind.
I'm telling you, we need to go to Kalahari for my birthday in January. That would be
Dude,
so
I'm
lit.
down. I'm down.
Like us partying at COD Champs compared to Kalahari. Oh boy, it's gonna be bad.
I'm down.
COD Champs was really good this year.
Oh yeah, first ever time. I've been to competitive events before. I've been to a competitive Halo event and a competitive CS:GO event, but I've never actually watched competitive COD. It was my first time, bro, and it was a great weekend. Especially all the G Fuel I consumed. That was great.
God, yeah, I agree. So what's the biggest difference between the CS:GO events and the Call of Duty events, but focus more on crowds?
There is a lot of different languages at the CS:GO event. It's because CS:GO. There's only like one American team that's ever in these tournaments, but the tournaments are always a lot of time are in America. So you have people holding Brazil flags, all these flags that have flown in from around the world to watch their country, a team that plays for their country, and it's real diverse there. I think the crowds get a little more hype just because, COD, there's some sweet things, but there's a lot of respawns. CS:GO, and it's all like, when it comes down to those 1v1s, the crowds in it, it's crazy. I think CS:GO is the best competitive esport to watch, in my opinion. But the big difference is, dude, the crowd. It's just so diverse. It's just like that with COD, most of I don't know of any professional COD team that's in the COD league that is based not in America, or like maybe there's some in Canada, but I don't know. But like Cloud9 and Liquid are the only two American teams that ever make the tournament, but they never do good. They haven't done good in forever. It's all these like Swedish teams, Brazil teams. That's just crazy. Just to see that like amount of support for like a video game team. That you got people like fly. Like, I sat next to a guy the first day, and he was from Brazil because Team Luminosity, their CS:GO team's based out of Brazil. They actually won the tournament. I was there, and I was sitting next to him the first day and talked to him. He was like, "This guy's from Brazil." It's just wild.
It's like everybody's cheering for their country. It's like an Olympic type thing, Everybody
Yeah.
wants. It brings like a certain amount of pride. That's one thing that I wish that Call of Duty. Well, the thing is like Australia, for the longest time, wouldn't even let Call of Duty in the country. Same thing with China and a lot of European areas. So, I think it was I want to say it was Swanee who said that for the longest time he had to go somewhere completely different to go get Call of Duty every year. So it's like
there's a lot of.
But it's CS:GO. CS:GO's been out forever. It seems like.
Yeah, it's just one of those games. It's like they never see it like. So there was CS:GO 1.6. I never played that. I got into CS:GO my freshman year. My buddy Zach. Actually, interesting story. I did not want to buy CS because I tried playing it at his house because I just recently got a gaming computer around this time, and I played CS:GO on his gaming computer, and I hated it. You couldn't aim in, and it was just weird. It's a weird game to grasp. So I told him I didn't want to buy the game, and he had no one to play with. So it came down to one day we were playing on a Minecraft server in my freshman year, and I was like, bro, if you give me like 50 diamonds and 200 metal, I'll go buy CS:GO. That's how I got CS:GO. It's so random and so funny. But yeah, like CS:GO came out in August of 2012, I believe. It's literally a game that's been at the top of Twitch, top of competitive for like the last 6 years, and they just touch the game up little bits, and it's crazy how the game can remain so like hot after 6 straight years. That's something I think Fortnite.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's something Fortnite's gonna do. I think that's a game that it's just not gonna die. Because like the competitive community is insane, and especially like how like you can literally play on any like almost any platform, like iPhone like 7s and above, iPad like 3s and above, Androids now, Samsungs now, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, your computer, your laptop, anything you can play this game on, and you can link up with like me and John play every day. John's on Xbox, I'm on PC,
Right.
and like you can still link up every day, and it's wild.
What's crazy is we've played with me and you, so PC to computer, and then we've played with Rachel, who's on a Switch, all at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
I mean, what game? This is the only game that I can think of that's ever done that. The only game that I can think closest to that would be Rocket League. But
Yeah.
Rocket League's not PlayStation to Xbox. It's only Xbox to PC, PlayStation to PC. That's it.
Hmm.
Now the Switch has it, but
But it's not cross compatible,
yeah,
right?
right. It's not cross compatible. So it's just crazy how amazing Fortnite is, and it's different weekly. Like week by week, it's different. I mean,
Always adding new guns, taking guns out just to keep it fresh.
right? I mean, a lot of people
Like-
hated the fact that they got rid of the revolver because it was really fun. But
But then they added the 6-shooter, which is real fun.
right, exactly. So like they just revamp everything. They do a good job.
And they listen to the community too. It's like there's the only other game company that I've like personally invested my time into that I know like cares about the community is 2K. Like Ronnie 2K, if you remember, he's like the dev of 2K, and he's always responding on Twitter, fixing stuff, doing like if you go, he does streams and he does giveaways, and it's like 2K for NBA specifically. I don't know how they are with other games, but they're always on top of it with 2K. It's like one of the besides like 2K, Fortnite's the only game that like actually does that because. As much as I love COD, like it's childhood, they'll be like, "Let's nerf this gun." Whole community complains about it. Oh, my bad. We'll buff this gun instead to make up for it.
Right. I mean, the biggest notability that goes along with this is what was it, season 4 or season 5 when they got rid of the double pump and immediately everybody went to the TAC shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
That day they got rid of the TAC and replaced it.
You mean the TAC SMG?
The TAC. Yeah, right. The TAC SMG.
Yeah, that. And then they replaced it. They set it up with a new balanced SMG, and it was like, boom, fixed. And everyone's still complaining about double pump. You add the double barrel, so it's like you get the double pump, but you don't have 12 shots to shoot.
Right.
It balances out perfectly. You got
And
2
it's
shots,
not
and you got to
extreme
reload.
OP either anymore.
It's not.
They
It has no
balance
because
it.
like the double pump had range. This shotgun you got to be close.
Right.
And then they fixed the damage and got to that sweet spot where you could definitely like when the double barrel first came out, it was like you could not pass that down. Like it was so good. Now like you can make a case like no, I'd rather use the they've balanced the shotgun so well. Like the heavy, if you hit him in the head anywhere close or kind of close, it's gonna do good. But if you're close range with the heavy, the spread's like so wide that it's not going to do super good at close range. So you can see why I'd rather drop that for the pump. Or, I'd rather like the TAC. Like all 4 of the shotguns balance together so well. And it's like there's not really one shotgun that towers over the.
No, I agree. Bring it back to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, right back to you. What's the first game you ever played? And then right after that answer, what is your favorite game out of everything?
First game I ever played, like Xbox or ever?
Let's do first shooter.
First shooter was Call of Duty 2 or Medal of Honor, one of the two. Probably COD 2.
I think
We played COD 2 on 360. I didn't have Xbox Live, and me, my older brother, and my dad would all just play 3 split screen, and we would all just play like free for all. We just play free for all, and me and my brother would play campaign, and then like every time you die or every time you beat a mission, switch controller, and that was fun. It was lit. Now if my dad tried to hop on the sticks in COD, I'd give him the work. I'd even plug in my Xbox 360 and smoke him in some COD too.
It's crazy how
You couldn't sprint in COD 2. I remember that. There was no sprinting.
Yep.
That was wild, dude. That's wild times.
And then
Wild.
favorite game of all time doesn't have
Favorite
to be a shooter.
game of all time. Oh, I don't know. I think the game I probably like. Dude, Pokemon Fire Red honestly might be my favorite, bro. I remember I had Leaf Green actually, but it doesn't matter. My brother had Fire Red. I had Leaf Green. I always wanted Fire Red. I thought Fire Red was cooler, dude. Even though there was no difference besides the game was red, and like I'm pretty sure one game had like Bellsprouts and one game had like Oddish or something like that. I don't know, Oddish or something like that. Like that was the only change, and I always just wanted the Fire Red. I was always jealous. I was like Leaf Green. But definitely the game I put them. I don't know. I was a Pokemon kid, bro. Like Pokemon Let's Go is coming out. It's literally a Pokemon Go mixed with Fire Red on the Switch, and it's gonna go nuts.
So with Pokemon Let's Go, does everybody get like the Pokeball with the pre-order bonus?
No, I don't think so. I think that's extra.
It's like the $100 version, I think.
Yeah, probably. I don't have that.
Pokemon. Nah, me neither. I'm not spending $100 on a Pokemon.
So while we're on this topic, John, what was your first game, and what's your favorite game?
First shooter was Halo 3.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't allowed to play rated M games till I was in like the 6th grade, so that's why like I remember because my mom was real big about it. I remember when COD 4 came out, me, my dad, and my brother went to go get it, and we got in there and it was rated M, and my dad's like, "Sorry guys, we can't get it." And then my first rated M game was my mom finally came around. She got us COD 5, and got COD 5. And it was like right as Black Ops came out, but we got Black Ops for Christmas, so it's fine. But me and my brother got COD 5 because we played COD 5 Zombies at our cousin's house, and we were in love. Like that's all we played. Me and my brother played Zombies, and then Black Ops came out. And when Black Ops came out was when I got Xbox Live. When Black Ops 1 came out was the day I got Xbox Live. Me and my brother got Black Ops to share for Christmas. We got 12 months of Xbox Live, and we each got our own Turtle Beach headsets. That was our Christmas. It was lit.
For me, the way that I got into Halo was because my grandfather was dating a woman at the time, and her son was getting rid of his Xbox for a new one, and he had the Halo 3 Xbox, and it was completely see-through, but on the top was the Halo, John 117 glowing blue on the top of the Xbox.
Really? I've never seen that. That's wild.
Killer, dude. Oh my gosh. And then, I got the 3 Rings of Death like 4 months later.
Oh god, dude. Oh, dude. I think I've got. God, the 3 Rings of Death. That was when it first happened on our Xbox 360. It was so sad, bro.
I've gotten every single Ring of Death. Like I had the 1 ring, which is the E74 error. We fixed it. Got the 2 ring, which is E93. And then the 3 rings, which doesn't have an E, we fixed all of them. And then as soon as I hit the 4th ring, which is like F93 or something like that, or F99 or something, it's just at that point it's dead. There's no fixing it. So I had to go get another box. And then after that, it was Halo Reach, which is cool. Segue. Favorite game
Halo Reach. Yeah, dude. I forgot about that, dude. That honestly might be just Forge mode in that game was so much fun, dude. Forge mode was awesome. That's definitely top 5 favorite games of all time.
How can you forget about playing MLG Sanctuary with all your friends, feeling
like dude, for real.
I can't think of anything that was wrong with that game. The sniping was perfect. The DMR was beautiful. Like coming from the BR to the DMR. It was such a good way. It was a good way to do things. Every time I play Call of Duty and there's a DMR in it, I have to try it just to see if it's the same thing. And the Black Ops 4 DMR really looks exactly like the Halo Reach DMR. It's probably just as good too, to be honest. But,
yeah, dude, definitely.
Well, let's get into things here. We learned a little bit about each other. I like it. That's crazy that, we've known each other for a while now. It's crazy that I'm finding things out about you and vice versa. That's the whole point of this. I like it. So, version 6.22, the patch notes, Fortnitemares is over.
Thank God.
Kind of. because they have the Team Terror, which is 2 teams of 32.
Yeah, but who's playing that?
Right, exactly. But hey, it's there. Let's talk about the event on this past Sunday. I was on my way back from qualifying with my weapon for the military, and we're on our way back, and I have my phone up against the Humvee window so I could get reception because I'm driving around in a giant metal box, and I'm watching Ninja stream, and I just watched this cutscene in the middle of a battle royale. Even further back from that, when everybody landed in, nobody shot each other.
I know. Everyone was just. It was just like. A couple people started dying towards the end. I saw that, but at first, like everyone was just hopping around to
Right, exactly.
pay homage to Lil Kev.
What other community? Like, I guarantee you, if that happened in Call of Duty, it would be just straight up death. And then bring you into this beautiful cutscene, and like, there's not very many like scenes that you see on video games that makes you think like, oh my gosh, this is a movie. Like, I think the only time I've ever thought that was like during the IW campaign with like Conor McGregor and all those guys, But it was like a movie, and then next thing you know, a beautiful butterfly comes out of nowhere, and then they just get flashed back into the game, and
there's a rainbow.
Right, the rainbow's there. Loot Lake is completely remodeled. It's just what other game can do that? It's so awesome.
Pokemon.
That is so cool. I don't know. It's just. Did you watch it or did you play it?
I watched it. I was at the Cleveland Browns game at the time.
Oh, that's right. I remember. You were in my neck of the woods, and I didn't even get to see you. Sad face. So, building on that, obviously the zombies are gone. How happy are you? Because I know I'm so happy.
No, Fortnite it was like one of the only weeks in recent times where I did not want to play Fortnite, but I had to because I wanted to get XP for the werewolf skin. I wanted to get the challenges done for the week 7 skin. I'm just like, I hate this.
They do such a good job with making you stay on the game, because like
exactly,
you had to play to get the glider and the trail. Like, I mean, I didn't really care about the bush sticker. I didn't really care.
Yeah, but then it's like, hey, guy, by the way, you can't even try to get this glider till like the last 3 days of Fortnite there. So
yeah, they made you
gotta come back.
Yeah.
And then like they make it so it's 7 weeks into you get that skin, so you have to grind the 7 weeks. So then it's like, well, now it's not so much anymore, but like back when the Omega skin, I remember I did like a calculator thing, and I actually had to play like for 4 to 5 hours every day for the rest of the season to be able to get it. I got it with like 2 days left, and I remember like how stressed out that was. And I was like, I'm so ready to take a break from this game. Nope, no, you're not. The next season comes out tomorrow, bud.
Yep. Yeah, that was me. I was already there. I think I finished that season at like level 93, so I was there for a while. I'm glad they switched everything over to XP. It makes things a lot better.
Yeah.
Even though they said screw the XP bonus this season and gave you the skin completely no XP, so you had to grind. Now you still have to
turn the grind around again.
Yep, but it doesn't matter because you don't have to feel stressed.
You can come back to it in 7 years.
Yeah, if you really wanted to. Obviously, I touched on Team Terror, which is the 2 teams of 2, 32 people fight with zombies.
Can't see myself ever playing that.
I haven't touched it. I have not heard anybody who's touched it. I'm pretty sure if you hopped in it, you probably might be able to get all 32 kills. Blitz was back for a brief time this week. It's gone now. It got replaced by Disco
Domination.
Disco Domination, which, by the way, is a really good game mode. I played a little bit of it, and I used it as a warm-up for the events that we had, 2 weeks ago? So, which, by the way, did awful. But I'm excited for the new events that are coming out, because those were just the practices to, like, zero it down and, like, make their servers run the right way. Can't wait for the new stuff to come out. From what I heard, if you get all 20 points in that thing for the actual events, you get put into an open bracket for the skirmish, and then if you place like top 100 in that open bracket for all the open brackets, then you go to the skirmish wherever they're having it next, like the land skirmish, and then you play to
Mhm.
get into the top 100 against all the pros. It's
That's
like
crazy.
possible payouts. That's what they were saying, I think, during the fall skirmish. So the one guy was saying, like I said, Blitz is back, and then most notably the heavy AR. You like
Dude,
it.
I love it, bro.
You love it.
I love that gun, bro. Like the only like the if I had, I will drop gold FAMAS, gold purple FAMAS, and then like the normal ARs. I will drop them for a blue AK. I won't drop any scar for blue AK, or it depends on the game. I might drop a purple scar for a purple AK, but I would drop anything for the gold AK. It's 48 to the body. As long as I have an SMG, then it doesn't matter, because if they get close, I'm not going to use the scar anyways. I'm going to be shotgunning and SMGing. And so now, like, it's like 98 to the head. Like, you just put one in the head, one in the body, and the guy's virtually dead.
Realistically, it's crazy. They did a good job with it, and I don't know if you saw, but they ended up increasing the fire rate in 6.22B, the one update that came out later on in the week, because people were complaining that it was way too slow, and I think they definitely zeroed it
it's
down.
it's at a good pace.
I hope they don't touch it anymore. Like, just leave it.
Yeah, if they even knock the damage down at all, then it won't be worth it.
Mm-mm. Not even 1 damage. I can't even see it being worth it, because then I just pick up a scar and do 40, and it does it twice as fast then. You know what I mean? So it's like, it makes no sense. Obviously, the new Week 7 skin came out, the AIM.
Oh, the
So
end
cool.
game. Yeah, it was definitely a lot better than last season.
Oh, God. We were talking about this today on stream. I think that was the most disappointed I think I've ever been, even considering Fortnitemares. I think that was probably the most disappointed I've ever been. Because, like, it was like 7 weeks of build-up, which so was Fortnitemares, but it was 7 weeks of, like, straight grinding so I could get all those challenges, you know, and wake up on challenge day early so I could do them and stuff. And then you get on and it's just like, wow, this is disappointing. I woke Rachel up at like 6 so I could do the challenges, and it's just, I was like, wow, the skin's not even that cool. And then, you know, this season I was hoping we were gonna get something cool. There was a lot of things that we saw data miners try to like think about. I think the one that you sent me was the vampire, which I thought would have been pretty sweet too. Which I was shocked that they didn't release a vampire. They released a lot of skins for Fortnitemares this season. Which, by the way, how can we forget the cowboy? Whatever that guy's name is. Awesome. Coolest skin ever.
Yeah, ever?
Yeah, dude. I think it goes up there with the drift skin, which is my favorite skin. So, you know, it's like, it's conflicting.
Yeah, cowboy skin's definitely pretty cool.
I just think that the fact that it changes so drastically.
Yeah, like as you like it starts to lighten up.
Right.
As you
cool.
like as you start catching fire with your game, he's catching fire with you, and you're just like, oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing NBA and you get like you hit like 4 in a row from the.
And then your guy gets hot, and then he just.
Yep, exactly. It's the same feeling. And then obviously they changed over the samurai skins where you can take off the.
You can take that. I like that. I had the samurai skin too already.
Yep.
I like that.
That was a good move by them. They had, I didn't like the back bling that they gave us for the guy. For
The girl's back one was cool.
It was dope.
But now we had a samurai sword from the dire wolf, so it's okay.
Exactly. So it all evens out. I think they even knew that they needed to change that up. They're so smart. It's unreal. And, you know, like, I'm personally, like, big on the Reddit, so I can, like, the Fortnite BR Reddit, because like, there's so much stuff that comes out on that. The fact that they take in consideration, and Epic runs the Reddit, so that way they can find out what's wrong. Like, they actually have a Reddit thread for people to explain what's wrong with the game so far. And people that are verified respond and stuff like that, and like actually take the time out of their day to say, hey, we got your message, we understand what you're saying, we're gonna try to fix it. Might not be immediately because they got, you know, major things, but they're gonna fix it. I think that's just it's so elite that they can do that. Unreal. But back to skins. Football skins come out today.
Yeah, dude, like, think how insane it is. Like, Fortnite in the NFL struck a deal to put skins into the game.
I'm just waiting.
Like
for
I remember when Fortnite they announced that thing with Thanos, and I thought there was about to be like Spider-Man skins and stuff, and I was so pumped.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
And
I
I was a little
remember that.
disappointed. And then when I saw the NFL stuff, I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, "What is this going to be?" And then I read it was like, "And if you'll get the NFL skin." So I was like, "All right, cool. I'll get I'll buy like $30-$40 worth of V-Bucks, buy a couple jerseys." And then I read you just choose a style of the character and you get it every uniform and you can change the number. And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, the thing is, though, is if you want to make it after one person, you have to get 2 different colors.
I mean, you don't have to. We're gonna backtrack this year. The guy's name is Deadfire. That's the name of the cowboy.
Oh, really?
Deadfire. Yeah,
Thank you for
Deadfire.
looking that up. I appreciate it. You're very dedicated. I like it. No, I mean, it's crazy that they teamed up with the NFL. I don't know if you heard, because I know you're not like the biggest into hockey, but the Vancouver Canucks
I know the
GM
name.
released a statement to his team and to the press that
Mhm.
his team will not be playing Fortnite during the season because they all will sit there in the locker room before games and play Fortnite. Like, I'm just waiting for my NHL skins, baby.
Mhm.
I
You want to hear the heartwarming? I've told you this story, but I should tell the heartwarming story about the NFL jerseys.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So my little 4-year-old brother, he plays on like my other little brother's phone all the time. He doesn't have a skin, and I told him if he could stick me with a sticky grenade before I killed him 3 times, I'd buy him a skin. And I killed him twice really fast because he's 4 on the phone. Then it took like 5 minutes, but he finally stuck me. And I told him I'd buy him one NFL skin. So we sat down on my computer and I looked up all the jerseys and I pointed to the jersey he wanted. And I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, by the way, you're getting all 30 of these jerseys." And I was like, "So you really are gonna have like 30 skins, and you can customize the number 1 through 99, or 0 through 99, probably. I don't know." And he was little kid went wild, bro.
It's
He was
just
a happy camper.
it's crazy how Fortnite has brought together so many communities right now. Like,
Mhm.
if you think about it, like the Call of Duty community was in shambles. I think that's the best way to say it. I mean, World War II is a rough game for Call of Duty. Obviously, they deal with that.
Scump's bringing it back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's a couple people. I mean, Shroud, Scump, but luckily it's coming back for those guys who really enjoy Call of Duty, and I'm extremely excited for them. But you know, I think that the reason why people liked Fortnite so much for the longest time was because all these video games, these companies were doing a lot of wrong things. I mean, we had the scandal with EA, where they were with what was it, the Star Wars game, where they didn't give everybody what they wanted. All those people came to Fortnite. People were disappointed with Destiny 2. Everybody came to Fortnite. Everybody was disappointed with Call of Duty. Most of them came to Fortnite.
Yeah, and I feel like a big reason why Fortnite, especially like around the mid of Fortnite's like on its way to the climax is at right now, like the middle of it, you got all these tweets and from people that probably don't play Fortnite anymore, but it was like all these people that used to they were like, "Fortnite, I want to thank you. You're giving me that MW2 feeling of just sitting down all day and just playing a game with all my boys and doing nothing else." And it was just like, because a lot of people hopped off Call of Duty as it started going, and there's no other game really that MW2 back in the day was you could play that for 10 hours straight with all your boys and have no problem, and you wouldn't get bored. And I feel like for a lot of people at that time, this game was just so wild. And this was before cross-platform too.
Right.
It was just like it was something. I don't
It
know.
really was. I'm happy that it's crazy to think that this might actually be the first game that I play for a year, like an entire year. Because I left IW to play Paladins towards the end. And
Nah,
then
dude,
World War
I always
II
played 2K all year. I've always played 2K all year round. I was playing it last night. I got Diamond Derrick Rose. Oh my God, life
dude.
is good.
I play NBA Live on my phone, and last night I opened up like a random pack, and I get Klay Thompson, like an 82 Klay Thompson, and I'm just like, dude, No way.
GG.
I replaced him for like a 72, and I'm just like, okay, I don't even know what the guy's name was. Like,
So I think there's one pressing issue we need to talk about.
what's that?
Starting today at 7:00, Baker Mayfield is entering Fortnite. I think we talked about the NFL skins. I think we need to talk about Baker Mayfield.
I agree, dude. Baker Mayfield, man.
Rookie of the year. It's coming
right,
for it.
absolutely. It has to. I mean, there's
Hopefully, wow, this is. I'm not trying to turn this into a sports podcast, but I could talk about other rookies.
on sports and
He's definitely. I definitely think he could. He's got a good shot at offensive rookie of the year. But let's switch this topic before this comes into a sports podcast.
Yeah,
Because that's something I
MVP
could talk
Fortnite,
about
baby.
for 7 hours straight.
he's making MVP Fortnite, dude. MVP
Yes, he is,
Fortnite.
bro.
I'm pumped. I'm extremely excited.
Bro, do you know what we got to do?
What's that?
Well, like one of us, because I'm gonna buy 2 skins.
Yeah,
One of us gotta be Baker. Like you be Baker, and I'll be like Jarvis Landry.
down.
Or
I wonder.
like you be Baker, I'd be Nick Chubb or something.
I wonder if they're gonna have a punt emote.
They're having a spike emote.
Oh, dude. They could have had a punt emote with the football.
Like add like a toy.
Yeah, like a toy, like how we have with the golf ball and stuff, because they put up field goals in Pleasant.
Yeah, that'd be goofy.
That'd be
Maybe they
fun.
do it. I don't know. They're adding, the spiky mode. I know. Maybe, and then they're adding the upright axe, so the field goal axe, and then they're adding. I don't know if this will come out the day that the NFL tonight with the NFL skins, but they're adding referees, and the referees pickaxe is the first down chain marker.
Right, and then there's
That's-
another one. Hold on, I'll find it. It's the data mined stuff, which, don't get me wrong, I don't consent or I don't exactly always agree with, but because it is against terms of service technically, but just had to put that little quick disclaimer out. Oh, okay, so it's a gold football in like a wreath, like a gold.
So kind of like what they did when the soccer skins came out.
Exactly the same thing. So that's the other one, and then the other pickaxe that data miners have found is the AIM pickaxe, which it looks like they're gonna sell it.
Yep.
Which doesn't make sense.
Which
but
it's fine. It doesn't. This pickaxe didn't look that cool.
yeah, I mean, the samurai sword's dope still. But oh, and speaking on everything that's happened, the map's changed a little bit. Besides Loot Lake, Durburg.
Yeah, there was
Shut down.
Durburger shut down. The Halloween store shut down and closed. They got the new land setups in Key store. I don't know what computer store. It's right across the street from the
It's
hotel.
called New Land Cafe.
Yeah, it's like
So sweet.
it's like just a video game bar, I guess.
Well, from what I've been told, the way that came about was because a lot of people are in China. From what I've heard, I'm gonna be they're all not able to play the game at home sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So they all go to the LAN centers, and that's where it came from, because it's always like cool lights and stuff like that. And
That's
everybody
dope.
hangs out.
And then they also switched the soccer pitch in Pleasant Park to a football field, which is awesome. America. Sorry, Europe. Sorry, our football better.
They technically won that battle, because they got a whole soccer stadium.
Yeah, but do they have it now? No.
That's true. How is it that they added?
Oh, they still have a soccer stadium. They have rec center. God.
Oh, they do. They do. I didn't even think about that. That's indoor soccer, though. Not counting it. But how is it that they dropped this giant area in the map
The soccer field?
in 1 week? Yeah, the big soccer field that dropped.
Well, I mean, it was just because of the World Cup.
Right, no, but that's so sweet. Like, I'm just saying, it's just dope to me that they just drop that in, pull it out, and now they have a racetrack there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the quad racer racetrack.
Yeah, it's just so random. I love it. It makes me so happy. This game's just. I'm trying to think of anything else that really happened this week. I think we touched on a lot of it. How was the week for Stream Life? I know you played only 2 days this week.
I actually got a lot of. A lot of clips. When did we stream last? We streamed, was it Wednesday we played? A lot, and I'm working on I didn't stream today. Last time I streamed. Wednesday, dude, I got like 9 clips. I'm working on another montage right now. Actually, with music. With the music that's in it is actually, I met him the other day. He lives on one of my buddy's floors at OSU. And because my buddy on our way to the Cavs game showed us his music, and I was like, dude, this is actually pretty good. So I met him there. I talked to him. I was like, hey, bro, can I use your songs? And I told him, hey, I'm a streamer, YouTuber. I stream, and then every once in a while I compile my highlights with music and make a montage. I'm like, dude, it's not going to be probably for like another month till I get enough clips to make this long enough. I was like, can I use your music for the background? I was like, yeah, bro, that'd be awesome. So that's coming out sometime. I only got about 3 minutes right now, but
I'm gonna need a
steadily coming. I'll have his phone number.
Oh man, yeah, because we gotta get a montage, or I gotta get montage music, and then I gotta get music for the podcast, like an intro song.
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, he is. A lot of his beats though aren't. Most of his stuff's on SoundCloud because he doesn't have his own beats, so it'd be copyrighted. But I don't care.
I don't really care about the copyright when I make a montage. When I make a montage, I'm just trying to like have fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real. I'm just trying to show off like what I do, and it brings people to the stream. So for those of you guys who don't know what your YouTube channel is, shout it out really quick, cause
YouTube channel. It's the Muffin. The Muffin. It's not. It's weird because I can't make it all one word for some reason. So it's MuffinTop space plays with a Z.
All right, well,
something stupid. And then my Twitch channel is the MuffinTop. Twitch channel is the MuffinTops with an S on the end. Tops.
I'll put it in the description down below. Both of them. So, but yeah, I mean, I know you put out your montage last season, which kind of seems to be.
I've actually put out 2 since then. I put out the MuffinTage and the MuffinTage Bite-Sized Edition. Because my name is the MuffinTop, so I'm MuffinTage and the Muffin. Because there's little bite-sized muffins. It's MuffinTage Bite-Sized.
I love those, dude.
It's so goofy.
I'm pumped. I can't wait for mine this season. I stopped posting clips onto Twitter because I want some of them to be, surprise. Not everything I'm doing on Twitter. Which a lot of people probably forget a lot of the clips from the beginning of the season anyways. I just find it hard picking out some of the clips, like sometimes I'm like, oh, that one should be in there, but this is already too.
Dude, I've hit. There's so many cool clips that I've already hit with the new AK, just like crazy one. Like I have one that you have. It was when I was streaming by myself, like Thursday night, and it was like a 125 meter like one tap, and I could barely see the guy. It's just that's why it's just, I don't know, dude. It's a cool gun. We already talked about it, but I love it.
That's fine. I have no problem getting back onto it. It's just
it's a fun gun.
The thing with the AK though is you have to run shotgun
SMG
and an SMG. Whereas like if you run the SCAR, it's easy. You can easily replace.
You can spray with the SCAR.
Right. So like, I don't know. I don't like the AK, but I think it's very viable for people who don't rush as much as me. Because, I mean, you play with me. I feel like it's really hard at times to play with me. But I get a little too deep. So
I've contemplated retiring 12 times just today.
Who, you or me?
Me.
Nate contemplated it like 300. Every time he got in a gunfight, he's contemplating retirement. So, it's crazy. It's even crazier that we met, right, through Nate and Seth, basically. That's what it comes down to. Now, Seth, the one person...
Known those guys since I was little whippersnappers.
Seth, the one guy, by the way, I need to get him on the cast. The one guy, full disclosure,
TheMuffinTops.
I did not
2K.
think that he was going to make it in any competitive scene, and now he's playing CSGO after he broke his hand. Playing in CSGO for a college. It's insane. I can't wait to get him on. I gotta message him and get him on in a couple of weeks. I think my next 2 weeks are kind of booked up, but I'm super happy that I finally got this out, man.
And your first guest is the best guest.
Oh, I told Nate, I was like, Nate, I feel bad, but dude, I'll tell you, man.
Yeah, no, John, it's okay. You know I'm the best. You know we're the new duo. You and Nate's duo time's done.
I can't say that.
He's got Reed.
Because I got mad at him for for saying he had a new duo. I got really mad at him.
No, John, me and you. It's too late. We've been the duo for the past. When did we start playing Fortnite together?
February.
Yeah, we've been the duo since February.
That's when I started playing. February.
Oh no,
We started
when
playing
we
originally.
started.
No, yeah, I know, but we started playing in February, right as I started, because that's when Nate started playing, and then I got everybody else. I got all my other friends on it. You started playing at the beginning. It's crazy to think how much the map has changed, how much the game itself has changed since the beginning. It's crazy.
Used to be a greasy grove kind of game. Now it's like
Tilted.
no one goes greasy.
Yep.
It's forgotten.
Tilted at Pleasant Park this week, apparently.
Full send.
There's like 19 teams at Pleasant still trying to get the challenge. It's like, bro, come on. Catch it. Caught a win today, though. So, well, I think that brings us to the end. We've been doing this for almost an hour. It doesn't even feel like it. We've had such a great time. Thank you for coming on. We got one parting question for you.
You're welcome.
That we ask. It's gonna be different for every guest. This way, they can't like watch the old podcast and like copy it. Tell your little brother I say hi. I love his little brothers.
He came up and stole a bottle of water. You're good. You can take it. He came up and stole a bottle of water. John said hi.
Hi.
Came up and stole a bottle of water from our fridge.
So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change this question every single week, so it can't be tracked, right? So like nobody can just watch the old one and like have it prepared. So it's like spontaneous. So question, without thinking, respond quickly. French fries or tater tots?
French fries.
French fries over tater tots?
French fries.
Wow.
I'm a crispy fry kind of guy.
You didn't have to think about it. I like it.
No, crispy fries are like the Cane's fries, dude. Cane's fries are my stuff.
Oh, all right. Never had Cane's. Maybe next time I'm down.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah? Needs to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, I'll take it. Cane's is great.
All right. Good. We'll see if Nate can go. If he stops dying.
Nate likes Cane's.
If he can stop dying. If anybody has a kidney that they were willing to donate, Nate needs 2 of them.
Hit him up at the kidney hotline.
Yeah. He needs insurance on them too.
He needs like 7 of them. Get him 7
So
kidneys.
he's still ready to go.
He needs spare kidneys to keep in his fridge.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He's so he can just switch them in and out once one goes bad. Oh man, that's funny.
Kind of like a battery.
So that's the end of the podcast, man. Thank you so much for coming in.
You are so welcome.
Make sure this weekend, everybody, that you guys tell all of the people in your house, in your family, in your immediate direction. If you see them on Sunday out and about, make sure you guys tell them Happy Veterans Day and thank them for their service. Men and women that serve this country to keep us safe and do the things that some of us won't. Just say okay. Please do. It means a lot to them. I'm big advocate. Veterans Day, baby. So, hope you guys all have a great weekend. That's it. Hit it with the outro music, baby. Lit, dude.